Guys, how's it going? It is day 2 of Nanowrimo, and my word count is still 1,929 words because I haven't written yet today. I was painting my writing cave, which is very exciting because that is where I have my own personal space. It's a room of my own, and now it's painted all red and it's really warm and pretty and gorgeous. And it's going to be filled with my favorite books and like anatomy posters on the wall, and it's just going to be really inspiring to write. So I'm excited to set it up, and I will definitely show you around once I do. So, but that's my excuse for not getting to writing, but I will definitely be writing after this vlog goes up. So I wanted to let you guys in on what my method is for this Nanowrimo. As some of you may know, I've been working on my story, The Sun Went Red, for 3 years now, and it's just been bugging me to write it ever since I got that first dream back in February of 2012, and that's what I wrote for that Nanowrimo and Nanowrimo 2013, and now again Nanowrimo 2014. So yes, I've been working on this for a while. It is definitely not a first draft that I'm just banging out this month. I have about 200,000 words on that manuscript, and so you might be thinking, well, what more could you possibly be writing about? Well, I still have some plot bunnies, and I still have some questions that need to be addressed. There's kind of big questions that I have about, like, how does this character die, or who kills who, or, you know, why would they do that? Is it even possible for them to fall in love? Like, does that make any sense? Kind of a big deal to kind of, you know, figure these things out. So I am planning to take those questions and those scenes and those kind of background stories for my characters and really explore them. So I will be sprinting and writing scene by scene, piecing together things that I'm still trying to figure out, and hopefully at the end of this month I will have a clearer picture of how everything fits together, and be able to jump into actually editing and rewriting and moving this big project forward. So what I did yesterday was write about a character named Stout Hoover, who is based on a dog I know in real life with the same name, and he's just a funny little joyful lab that's made me very happy, and I'm always very happy to see him. So I based one of my characters around him. He's a 10-year-old boy that comes into my main character's life and kind of is there for her when she loses someone, and needs some, you know, some reason to live, really, some joy back in her life so that she can move on and get past her grief. So I wanted to know where Stout came from and what his background story was. So I started to write that he came from an orphanage called the Good House, and it is a house for boys of where their parents are convicted felons, and the idea is that since their parents are criminals, that their children are like inclined to be criminals as well. So they stick all these criminally inclined boys in a home for them and keep them there and educate them and raise them to be better than their parents. That's the idea anyway, but it ends up being sort of like this neglected, abandoned house of boys that just kind of are lost and hopeless cases. It's underfunded and understaffed, and the kids are bored out of their minds. They're not actually getting an education, they're just kind of staring at a blank wall. And Stout is a product of this Good House. that's supposed to be a school, but it's not a good or a school. And it was interesting to write about that, just kind of exploring what that experience was like for him and how that shaped him and built him up as a character. And so I wanted to explore that because it makes Stout more of a sympathetic character, which he needs to be in order to move the plot forward. But it also explores and gives the reader a little bit of the culture and background of the town in my story called Old Bailey, where it's basically kind of the same concept as the Good House, where they have this horrible little town where they stick all the criminals in there so that the richer towns don't have to deal with all of these bad people. And so they brand them when they come in through the gate of Old Bailey. They carve lines into their knuckles and dip their hands in blue dye. And so if they were ever to leave Old Bailey, they would be marked as Old Bailey citizens and always known as criminals wherever they went. So I really think, personally, I don't mean to brag or anything, but I think that my idea for a town of Old Bailey in Victorian England, where all of these criminals and bad people are together, but there's still some light and hope and some people that are still good in spite of everything, I think that's super interesting. So I'm excited to explore more and figure out all the workings of this big project and to fit it all together. So I am very thankful for all of your comments yesterday, and a big welcome back. Thank you very much. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I hope everyone is writing and doing awesome, so I'll see you around.